Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We back for another reaction video. We have a very sad situation. I'm not really sad for the person that is about to be sentenced. Tay K, Taymor, McIntyre. I'm just sad for the people that consistently believe that these lifestyles, this glorification of the streets is a good thing. Glorification of the streets is only going to get you jail time or death. But I don't want to keep reiterating this thing. Let's just get to the video. Before I do that, though, scent of the day, Alexandria Fragrances Ebony Flame. This is a clone of Ebony Fume from Tom Ford. This is a 1-to-1. This is a 1-to-1 interpretation of that. Half the price. I still smell amazing. I still smell amazing. You can never tell what I got. You can never tell if this is Tom Ford or not. If I tell you it's Tom Ford, then it's Tom Ford. All right? But let's get to the video, man.
It states that we unanimously find that the defendant, Taymor McIntyre, did not cause the death of Anthony Saldivar under the immediate influence of sudden passion arising from adequate cause. It states that punishment to be assessed at 80 years in the prison, and there is no fine. Does anyone wish to have the jury poll?
Not going to say, Your Honor.
You know what? There's one thing I can respect about Tay K right now. Maybe it hasn't sunk in yet. I ain't watched the whole video. This is just the beginning of the reaction. But this judge just told this man, yo, you are about to get 80 years in prison. He's 20 years old. That means he's looking at a maximum of, by the time he gets out, he's going to be 100 years old. You could love the streets, ladies and gentlemen, kids watching this, kids of the future, kids that's watching a upcoming rapper that's glorifying certain street things, but he hasn't been caught yet, or he's saying it in his raps. You need to look at this as an example of where could you be. Tay K had a big song. It lasted for maybe about a year or two. It was hot. He got locked up for killing somebody. And then you get 80 years in prison. You get 80 years in prison. Let's keep watching this, man. This is so sad, bro.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm first going to start with your unanimous decision stating that there was no finding of sudden passion. If that is your verdict, I'll need you to respond yes. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
We'll start on the end. Is this your verdict? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your
Yes.
verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Off.
I'm on the back row. I'm sorry. Is this your verdict on the back row? Is this your verdict?
Yo, listen to these judges, right? It don't matter if they're white, black, purple, yellow. they've done many cases like this. I assume that this judge has done many cases like this. So them chuckling, nervously chuckling, don't look at that as something to be outraged by and say, yo, you just gave this man 80 years. There's nothing to chuckle this about. This is another day in the office. Okay, this is a fact. This is another day in the office. If you in an ER, if you were a doctor, if you doing things that are very things that can drive intense emotion from other people. If you doing anything for a amount of years, you done something thousands of times. You sentenced this guy for 20, this guy for 30, this guy for 50, this guy for life. After you do it enough times, after you save a few guys in the hospital as a doctor, you transplant a few hearts, you tell 40, 50 family members, 100 family members that they're gonna make it, or their child isn't gonna make it, or they're not gonna make it, or their husband is not gonna make it. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be as sensitive after a while. So please, for the audience, don't look at that chuckle as anything that pertains to how the judge is personally, because the judge been here maybe hundreds or thousands of times, depending on how old she is and how long she's been practicing. Okay, Tay K, from the looks of things, Tay K has accepted his fate. Tay K has accepted his fate. Okay, some of the videos that I hate watching when I get on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I go and I watch these videos of these men that get crazy jail sentences, 20, 30 years because they did something stupid, and they start crying, bawling out, yo, damn, and all that tough guy act just goes away. Those are the guys that I don't respect, because you know what you was doing when you got here. Tay K, he's accepted his fate. Okay? He been in jail, going through the court system for many years. I remember when he first got in, it had to be like 2017, 2018, 2016, 2015. It might have been before that. It's 2025 now. He's been there for a long time waiting on his sentence. He's getting 80. He's getting 80. Not 80 days, not 80 months, 80 years. It's not cool to be a street dude. It's not.
Yes. Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
With regards to the sentence of 80 years in the prison and no fine, if this is your verdict, I need you to answer yes. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
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 Back row, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you go back to the jury room, and I'll meet you back there shortly. Everyone, please rise for the jurors. All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, Mr. McIntyre, the jury found you guilty of murder. Your punishment is to be assessed at 80 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's a $0 fine. And with regards to the other offense, State, are you requesting that to be stacked?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor.
Okay, so Tay K gets 80 years, no fine, right? If I get 80 years, not me, God forbid. Listen, I'm not doing no crime. 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 If somebody, I'm not putting it on me. If somebody is 80 years in prison, right? You get a 80 ball. That's your fine. Your fine is your time. Your fine is your time. That $0 fine don't, you see what I'm saying? This could be your son, saying right here, your son at the bottom of the screen. McIntyre sentenced to 80 years or whatever your last name is. While you're out there fathering your sons, mothering your sons, fathering your daughters, mothering your daughters, raising them. I have no kids, but I have common sense. I have experience. I've been out here in these parts. I've been moving in the streets, not participating in street activity, but I've been a close observant of the streets. I've seen things happen to people that participate in the activities of the streets in an illegal fashion. I've seen them go down for many years. I've seen them not pop up at a mailbox one day. I've seen them get put on the wall like, yo, rest in peace to such and such. I've seen many things happen because of people not wanting to live their life in a straight and narrow path, or just taking a legal approach to life because of circumstance. It could be because of money, finances. It could be because of anything. It could be because of violence that happened in their family, so they want to take out their violence on somebody else. Rappers out there, you need to provide a better example. You need to provide a better example because you're influential to the kids out there. So when you're talking this and that, you need to make sure you let them know that this is entertainment and not real life. Okay? These guys might make a hot song because they talked about a body that they got during, you know what I'm saying, right before they made a record, they caught a body, and now the song becomes a hit. Guess what? After that hit goes away, after people stop playing your song, after you sit in front of the judge, and the judge looks at you and be like, Mr. Such and Such, we're going to give you 75 years, no parole. And you're expected to serve 90% of that time, at least. Just sprinkle a little silence in the air for that. Because you got emotional and you did something stupid one time. All it take is a one time to change your life forever. You got a lot of life to live. You know how much women is out here? You know how much... Listen, as a man, yo, when I go to work or when I go outside, when I go to the grocery store, when I go anywhere and I see a beautiful chick, or I know a beautiful woman, or I see beautiful things on my phone, or I'm talking to a beautiful woman, or I'm seeing the sunlight, I'm eating a pizza, I'm going to this spot because I can, I'm driving my car because I can, I'm going to the gym because I can. These are things I never take for granted. So I live my life legal. I go the legal route. You see what I'm saying? I'm not street. I don't go to the streets and participate in those activities. I don't do things violent to people because I can serve crazy time like this. 80 years. You don't know a lot of people that live to 80 years.
And I'm assuming you're against that. Is that correct?
We are, Your Honor. We would just like to briefly, for the record, maintain that our argument would be that to run consecutively an 80-year sentence on top of 50.
Just one moment, counsel. Just give me one moment. Mr. McIntyre, I want you to know that I listened to all of the evidence in punishment and thought about whether or not your sentence should be stacked. I don't know where your mom is, don't know where your father is. I know that you had a rough childhood. And I do know that these offenses occurred when you were very young. And I understand the state of the law, what people consider an adult. I listened to the testimony of the expert that was brought by defense counsel. You've already been sentenced to murder in the other county, and then you have a murder here. And the sentence for 55 years, that's a stiff sentence. This 80-year sentence is a stiff sentence. And these are cases where you have to serve half your time, and that's day for day time, and I recognize that. Hopefully you will grow, but based upon his age, based upon the number of years that he has received out of Tarrant County and the number of years that he's received.
This could get very interesting. I don't know what she's gonna say after this. This could get very interesting. Let's see what she says. It looks like she might bring his sentences down significantly. Hold on.
Here, based upon his history and the lack of any type of good parenting. From what I can tell, his mother wasn't a good parent to him. His father wasn't a good parent to him. Child Protective Services was not good. And if you believe the testimony, I don't know why Child Protective Services would place children back with a father who put the children's mother in the hospital. Is there something else that needs to be done with our society? Yes. Is more money need for Child Protective Services and their workers? Yes. And I do realize that while this is a lot of time, and I tell people all the time, any time that you do in custody is a lot of time. But by that same token, you're still alive. And what the state has said is true. You're still alive. You can still better yourself. If you end up in prison for the rest of your life, you're still alive. You still can improve yourself. Your family can still visit you. But the complainant in this case is deceased. And you need to internalize that the complainant in this case is deceased and that his family is never going to see him again. So you're going to have to make changes. And you're going to have to remove people from your life who are not of benefit in the means of making you a better person. And I do understand that sometimes people will go to prison. They join gangs because you need protection, because you're there by yourself. You're young, but you're going to have to make better choices. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to sentence him to 80 years in the prison, give him credit for any time served. There is a $0 fine. This will run concurrent with 1511547D.
Well, she said all that for no reason. I thought she was about to give him less time, but she just said the same thing. His mom, his pops, they did a terrible job with this kid. And this ended up happening. So for all the people out there, you need to be aware of the responsibility that you have when you bring a kid into this world. Use a condom. If you don't want a kid in this world, use a condom. If you do want a kid in this world, make sure you're doing right by the kid. Get the right partner. If you got, say, if you're a woman, make sure you pick the right guy. If you're a dude, make sure you pick the right woman. Even if it don't work out between y'all, you know that's a good mother. So this guy, this kid, this son, this daughter has a future that they can look up to, or they have a better chance at this life thing. This life thing can be very unforgiving. All right, you make one mistake and you getting sent to the gulag. You make one mistake and you getting sent to the gulag. Y'all keep playing with these folk in these judge robes. Y'all keep playing with these folk in these police uniforms and think it's gonna go your way. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here, man.